Okay, so this video is about entries and exits, take profits, and a way to have absolute control of your stop loss. Okay? Moneymaker, this one is for you, this is for Hans, this is for those that want to be in total control. And I tell you now, Moneymaker, if you do what I say in this video for your entries and your exits, right, you could lose 5 trades a day. Right, you won't, but you could lose 5 trades a day and it won't amount to a total of 10 pips. How's that sound? You know? Right, okay. What am I talking about this time? Alright, let's just go and have a look at a few videos and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, August the 18th. A quick look. You do your normal thing that I say here, right, and then you look at the whites. 5-minute whites for your confirmation. Everything's the same, 3 no's, 2 ones, whatever. It's just about entries here, right? So first of all, I'm going to show you a couple before we crack on. What am I talking about? Absolute control. All right. GU's down. Yeah, it's been down for some time. Yes, you had a white here, right? And then this one confirms again here. So let's look at this trade. So entries, as I mentioned the other day, Moneymaker, you might have had a HA yellow there. Right, as soon as you're back in here, take the trade. Hans, take the trade. Take the trade. Right? Then what you're looking for. Right, well, I'll say this now. Moneymaker, Hans, I expect you to have at least a 10 pip take profit. At least. Right? Maybe 12 if you want to push it a bit. Stick your stop loss to 8 just as a precaution. Right, just as a precaution. It's not, I promise you, it's not going to get anywhere near it. All right. So what you're going to do is, you've taken the trade here, right? So now you're just looking up here. What you're looking for is a HA white for confirmation you're in the right direction. So you're going down, so there's the HA white down, right? Now you're going to leave your trade to run till your 10 pip take profits hit, or here's the thing, right? A HA white against you. All right, that the HA white against you is your stop loss. Okay, Moneymaker. So in other words, Moneymaker, you're not just going to leave it to run and lose. If a HA white appears against you, you're going to close your trade. And if you break even, you break even. If you're 6 pips up, you're 6 pips up. If you lose 2 pips, you lose 2 pips. Okay, but I promise you, darling, you will not lose many. Right, we look at the GU here. Perfect, we were in because we're in amongst the 5 MAs. All right. Took the trade here. You could even wait for a jazz cross if you like, or a HA yellow. Right, but just get in. I just get in here. All right. HA white confirms it. Momentum turned against you here. You see this, Moneymaker? Hands? Momentum turned against you here. Right? You're not bothered. You're not bothered. You need a HA white against you to stop this trade. You didn't get one. Bang, you trade one. Same here. You even had a 5-minute white against you here, but you took it based on the fact there's no golden ticket set up. Right, so you're in straight away. HA white confirms it. Momentum here would have flashed against you. No HA white down. Stay in. Bang, you trade one somewhere here for 10 pips. Okay, look at this one. This one here. It's gone. Mom flips against you there. No HA white down. Stay in. Bang, trades one there. Okay, the only way you get out is by using a HA white against you as an early stop loss, Moneymaker. So if a HA white turned here, instead of letting this come down and lose for 10 pips, Moneymaker, you would have closed your trade when that HA white imprinted. All right, and yes, you know, there'll be some days where it's really messy. You'll be in with a HA yellow and then a HA white will appear. It doesn't matter. Your losses will be minimal. it. It's very, very simple. And the other thing about this, right, guys, is that sooner or later you will realize that you can ride these moves. HA yellow would have been there. Okay, to the HA white, which appears somewhere around about now here. And that move there, you'd have probably got 25 pips on that one particular move by doing it. But for the time being, right, get used to it first. 10 pips, 10 pip, take profit, 8 pip, stop loss. Get the confirmation. It's all about the entry, money maker. If you're in here or on a HA BB band like that, or the line and BB band like that, and you're in here, just get in. As long as you've got the direction right. Even sometimes you're going to get the direction wrong, right, hands, moneymaker, right? But if you get the direction wrong, a HA white will appear against you, right, and then start pushing. Okay, so all you do is you exit. So even if you got the direction wrong, the HA white is saying, get the hell out. Okay, you're basically using the HA white as your stop loss. Okay, right, we'll just go through and see a few. Great example here, right? Okay, you weren't in, really, right here. Right, you weren't in the MAs. Can you see it's not touching? You weren't on the HABB bond, but you were near. I think there was, if I just go back a little bit. Yeah, there's a HA yellow. Let's say you took this, right? You just get in because you saw the yellow. Yeah, you're just in on that yellow. HA white confirms you're in the right direction. Momentum turns against you here, but then mucks around for a bit, right? You've just seen a HA white turn up against you there. Look at this, right? There. It's probably 95 when you close that trade at the close of that candle. 95. You probably got in at around about 95. You understand, moneymaker? So instead of letting this go up and lose, okay, you used the HA white as your exit and it cost you nothing. All right? Hans, you understand that? I don't know why I'm asking questions you can't answer. See what happens when I have a load of wine on the night before. Right, anyway, let's crack on. Okay, so again, here, right, you had HA at 5-minute white, right? Golden ticket setup, so it's turned again, right? Pull back, you see it, moneymaker, it's pulled back, you've come in here, get in, right? This is it here, look, off the line. Just get in, right? Because there's no HA white down here, moneymaker. The last white is up here. Okay, so the only way this is going to turn against you, moneymaker, Hans, is if a HA white appears. And you use that for your stop loss. Right, so again, just before we go on, look at this one here. You got in with the yellow, the white confirms, bang, your trade's won. 3-0. 1, 2, 3-0. Yeah? Okay? Alright, you might have taken this 3-0 here. Right? Momentum's turned here, but there's no white yet. Don't get out until a HA white appears, but you're in on the HA yellow. You saw the HA yellow, get in. Alright? We'll just watch this one, because the white does appear here. And it's another great example of using it as a stop loss. There. So you'd have been in with a HA yellow here and out there. Right, it probably cost you at the most a pip. Understand, moneymaker? You know, in fact, if anything, you probably break even on that trade. Alright, but look at the GU, darling. Look, yellow was late, but it didn't matter. The white was already here. Look, no white. Even here, when momentum flipped against you, there was no HA white down, stay in. Bang, your trade's won. Okay, moneymaker, so again today, you would have been 1-0, 10 pips. 2-0, 10 pips. Sarge, you might want to use this as well. It's absolute control. Okay, this is even better than what I mentioned to Hans about being in total control. This is absolute control. All right. Um, there's no letting a trade loose for 10 pips doing this, moneymaker. I can assure you, none, zero chance you will lose 10 pips using this method. Okay, and yes, you're going to have a few trades where you might have won, when it's low volume, like on Friday with that trade on the GU. You might only have won 6 pips on that. But normally, moneymaker, you'd have let that lose for 10 pips. And you're not going to allow that to happen now. You're going to be in total control. Yes, you've got to be a little more focused on the HA charts. So what? All right, you want to make it. This is the way to do it, darling. All right. So again, we'll just keep going through. Look at this one here. You'd have been in with the HA yellow here. Right, you're in. White confirms it. There, you're incorrect. Right. If your trade hasn't won there, it would have, because that went like over 15 pips. So you would have won that there. Look here, in between here. Bang, get in. Right, so it would have won for 10 pips. Right, but if it hasn't, and that turns up, moneymaker, there, close it. And I'll tell you now, if you considered that a loss, you would have actually won 5 pips by losing that trade there, and you would have still won 5 pips. Okay? All right, moneymaker. I think TK is doing something very similar, guys, but I think he's using white to white. Now, TK, you might want to try this. You might want to try using the yellows as the entry, because you'll get in earlier, mate. See how much earlier you got in than that entry there, TK. Yeah? You were in 2 or 3, maybe 4 pips earlier than you would be with the white. But then again, TK, keep using the HA whites for your exit. And I'll tell you, I think, TK, you have cracked the code here, right? Using your whites as your exits, but try to use a quicker entry system. Like mine. You saw my trade the other day. That was probably one of the closest I've hit in a while, and I just hit it straight away as soon as it touched the line. Okay. But yeah, that would have won again there. Moneymaker 10. It wouldn't have won if you got in on the HA white for 10. Okay, you see that have probably got to about 7 or 8 pips, and then that appears, and you'd have got out, and you might have made 2 or 3 pips, 3, maybe 4 at the most there. But if you were in here and it hadn't won, which it did, right? When you get out there, you'd have got about 6 pips. But that's your exit, moneymaker. Now that will stop you losing trades. Seriously, darling, this might be what makes you using that as your stop loss. Okay, same with you, Hans. I think, you and even Sarge might use it. All right, for your exits. Everything else is the same, guys. Everything I said in the last video. Golden ticket setup, wait for 5 white, right? Then just trade, but trade like this. Back in the MAs, HA yellow appears, bang, right? Only get out with a HA white. The HA white generally follows, the yellow anyway. You'll see it, look there, HA white, straight after. Even this one here, even though it's a long time off. Right, but imagine getting in here and then getting out here. It's a break even. But if you're getting in here and getting out here, your loss is about 6 pips. Yeah? Okay? Right, let's crack on. It's a very simple thing to do. Guys, all right? And again, okay, you probably shouldn't have taken this one. I don't know. No, yeah, you shouldn't have taken this one. But even, on ranging days, you will be able to use this method. Okay, because you'll have a 5-minute yellow. Let's just say this was a ranging period. You had a 5-minute yellow, HA yellow, get in. White confirms. You're looking for you know, at least 10 pips, you would have won here for 10 pips, right? But then some of you will be saying, right, well, I'll go to the HA white. Okay, let's have a look. There was the HA white, and then just close your trade. Okay, again, you know, you've got a 3-0 here, moneymaker. Watch this one in particular. This is good, right? Because you could have been in here. Okay, so it went a pip or two against you. Then the white appears all the way up here, right? That's showing 10 pips there. You probably only got about 8 pips, right? Let's see. Oh, don't do that. 35, so it would have won, right? It would have won there. Another 10 pip. Just getting in with the HA yellow here, moneymaker. Alright, so it would have won before it turned, but you didn't get out here, moneymaker, and momentum would have flipped on you there. Right, you can see it come down there, look, from the BB band to the orange line. Right, the wicks. Right, you didn't get out, moneymaker, hands, because there was no HA white down. They go white to white. This will not turn around without an opposing white. Okay, so you stayed in that trade and you got your 10 pips. All right, moneymaker, here. Right, here. This might not have won, but I know sometimes this is going to happen, right? But even if you did get out because you were spooked by that, you shouldn't have been really, because you know this is saying down, right? And you got in here, right? You shouldn't have been spooked by that. But even if you did, right, you could have been getting back in again there. But even if you did get out there, right, you've not lost anything. Do you understand? You probably finished, won a pip or two there, right? And then again, it won there. No white here. Bang, winner. Look, again here, get in with the yellows. HA white follows. Momentum flipped a bit there, you can tell. Right. You stayed in because there was no HA white down. Bang, you trade one there. Bang. Okay? Do you understand what I am saying here? If you can do this, moneymaker, right, this will stop you stomping off to your bedroom in a huff. Okay? Because even your losses, darling, will be very, very small. All right? Hans, I hope you can understand it as well, mate. It's just a very, very simple way to use HA whites as stop loss, basically. You know, I touched on it in the last video, all right, but you know, I thought I'd just do this little video just to show you exactly what I mean about that, okay? And I reckon if you guys do this, I don't think we'll be seeing any more losses. Honestly, I do not think we will see any more crazy losses. Okay, let's just have a look at this trade here. So we'll go back a bit. You can see it there. HABB band in amongst the MAs here, right? White saying down, get in. Right, so you could have been in anywhere here. Then all of a sudden, HA white confirms that you're in the right direction. Bang, 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 bang. Your trade's probably won here. About 35, well, 155. So you've probably won there for 10 pips. All right. Do you understand, guys? How simple that is? Right. Okay. Just have another look. Another recording. Quick one. Because it doesn't need to be a big video, this, guys. I just wanted to show you, you know, this. Obviously, I will look at the ranging one from Tuesday just to show you that it does actually work on here as well. This is how good this little entry and exit system is. So you know you'll be able to use it on absolutely any type of market, because basically your exit, guys, is an opposing HA white. Okay, yes, you're going to get times like this, guys, where you're in, you know, white confirms and then you're out, yeah, oh, only 2 pips, and then you're in again here, white confirms, and then, oh, you know, another HA white down here will appear and you're out. There'll be periods like that, all right? Although, you know, it didn't there, you probably won that 61, 66, no, low volume. All right, again, here, look, money maker, you're in here. Let me just pause. Oh, pause the video there, right? Let's say you took this one here, money maker. You got in here. See it? You got in. There. White confirms it. Oh, momentum turns against you. White says get out. Okay, look where you're getting out, money maker. There. At the most, you probably lost a pip. There. You understand? And then you're back in again. And this is the other thing this will do for you, money maker. It will give you the confidence to keep getting back in, because you know that you're only going to lose a pip or two at the very, very most. Okay? So, again, you were in here. There we go. I think there was a HA yellow just there a minute ago. HA white confirms. Momentum turned against you there. No HA white up, stay in. Bang. Okay. Probably going to win this trade. Let's see if it does. Yep. Okay, down to 81. Ooh, maybe. It was a low volume day, to be honest with you. But again, you know, you could say to yourself, well, I'll tell you what, on these kind of days, you can just use the HA white for your exit. And, you know, sometimes on days like this, guys, you'll probably rack up about 10 trades. You know, you might be anywhere between 6 and 10 pips per trade. All right, but honestly, moneymaker, if you do it this way, right, you are not going to lose your rag again, because you're not going to lose. Okay, even a terrible day, you could end up winning 2 trades and losing 6 and still be in profit, because you're in total, absolute control of your stop loss and your take profits. Okay, you all understand it, guys? Yeah, I mean, even this one here. Oh, well, whether you should have been taken is that there. There's no golden ticket setup, so you know you took this here. Right? White confirms it's not one for 10 pips, but then that turns up, right? Look at this. You probably break even on that attempt there, down. Okay, this one, you're back in here. Look at this, moneymaker. Right, okay, that might spook you a bit, right? This is the other thing to watch for, right? If you get a signal like that, but then you've got to let that candle close, because you need that to print. Okay, that will print when the candle closes. All right. If momentum then is red straight away after that, there's no need to close the trade, because momentum's red. It's going to go down, right? And then you got that white again. Bang! That would have won for 10. Okay. All right. And what you will find, guys, is in fact, virtually all the time. Sometimes the yellows are late, but the white follows the yellow. Okay, it's rare to have just a white on its own. Okay, so this might, you know, come down a bit more, and then the yellow will appear here. You know what I mean? It just happens that way, right? But it's all about being in between these MAs here. You know, hands. The other thing is, hands, for you, you know, like when you got messed up with that UCAD the other day here, when it was all messy like this. Well, this in and out system using the HA whites, right, will help you during that period, because you won't be losing 8 pips. You won't be losing, I don't think you'll get anywhere near an 8 pip loss. think at the most you're probably looking at 2 or 3 pips per loss if you muck it up. Okay, mate. And yeah, I think that's it, guys. It's just a very simple thing to do. Okay, like this one, you could have been in this. Eventually, hands. This is what I want you to do. Stay in until a HA white. You're only going to take 3 or 4 trades a day, mate. You will kill it doing that. Okay? Alright? Again, you've got a 3-0 here. So come back. HA yellow. White's followed it. Right, so you're waiting for... You want this to get 10 pips to your TP. Okay? But if a HA white appears against you, let it imprint and then close your trade. Okay? Okay, yep, sometimes if momentum carries on flashing green against that white, then you can stay in. You don't have to close the trade, right? But until you get really good at it, just use the HAY as your stop loss. All right? Just flick on and see how that one went on. Yeah, you see, there was none here, so you could have stayed in. So if your trade hadn't won from there to there, when that appeared and imprinted, right, close the trade. And if you look at this, guys, there, you would have probably been 3 pips up, right? And that didn't win, right? But you would have won 3 pips. Okay, and again, what I was saying about the ranging market setups. Look at this, 5-minute yellow, HA yellow, HA white, bang, bang, bang. Same here, 5-minute yellow, 15-minute blue, HA yellow, HA white, bang, bang, bang. Okay, 5-minute yellow, 15-minute blue, HA yellow, get in. That backs you up. Bang, 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 bang. There's your exit, or it's already won. Okay? Right. It's such a simple thing to do, guys. There was your 5-minute white, by the way. Pull back, looks, pulled back. You can see the wicks there. Get in, get in, get in. Then the white backs you up. You trade one here. Somewhere there. 10 pips. Okay? Didn't even have to utilize the stop loss. Okay? You understand? Moneymaker, I think this will be the making of you to utilize this HA white as your stop loss. But you've got to be brave, darling, and not wait for momentum. Use the yellows, use the 5-minute MAs, right? And what should encourage you now, Moneymaker, is the fact that you are going to use the HA whites as your stop loss. So even if you're getting, based on a HA yellow, and let's just say it does decide to go against you again, right? You won't get a white. Okay, you won't get the white, and you will get a white against you. So even then, you might lose 1 or 2 pips, because as soon as that appears, you would have been out. Okay? Right. Very simple, guys. I've been through quite a few recordings looking at this. And I think, as I say, Moneymaker, I think it might be the making of you and Hans. And 1 or 2 others in the room as well. Because you will have absolute control. Okay, so, again, video title. Entries, and I don't know, entries and what? Entries and I really don't know what to call this video, guys. I might leave this one for MT to make up. Okay.